Hey, Juice.
Good morning.
Did you get your phone working there? I noticed you were struggling over there. So what's going on
technology.
with it? Technology.
Yeah. It's not the phone, it's the operator.
You're a techie.
No, not really.
You're not a techie?
Not really.
Okay.
You know that.
All right. So, hey, this yesterday, we had two mass shootings, one at Brown University up in Rhode Island.
Yep.
Then a big one over in...
Was it New Zealand?
Australia.
Yeah,
one of their beaches, they're having a Hanukkah festival, right?
Yeah.
The one in Brown's interesting because they don't really have a suspect there. They had a guy, brought him in, talked to him, they let him go this morning. But one of the girls that got killed is from Birmingham.
Really?
Do you know that?
I didn't see that.
You imagine that? So you do well in school, you do all your stuff, you get into an elite university with like Brown.
Yeah.
You know, it has like 5% acceptance rate.
Right.
And then you get killed up there.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. She seemed like a good kid from Birmingham too. And, you know, was, of course, all A's.
Well, I don't
you know
think she's a meth cooker trying to get up there to that university. You know what I mean?
Brown's pretty elite.
Yeah.
Man, so she was trying to be an engineer, appears to be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just terrible. But yeah, they was having a little meeting like a student in like the engineering building.
Yeah.
They haven't said what they were doing. I imagine it was some kind of Christmas thing since we're close to Christmas.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Or they were studying or getting ready for finals.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, because it is finals week.
It looked like he just walked in and was targeted and started shooting people.
Yeah.
Like, it don't seem like it's as motivated like the one over in Australia was.
Yeah, I don't know if it may have been motivated. I just don't think it was as motivated as the one in Australia.
Yeah. Australia, they were having a Hanukkah. They do it every year at the beach, the Hanukkah party. The Jews go down and celebrate, eat, you know, do their thing.
Yep.
And two guys, father and son, just started blasting people.
Yep.
How many died there? 14?
11.
Okay. A bunch
I think
were
it was
injured.
11. Oh, yeah, there was a bunch injured.
Did you see the video where the guy grabbed the shotgun from
No.
him? You didn't see that?
I seen part of it,
Mhm.
but I was working, so I didn't get to see the whole thing.
Yeah, the dudes were running around and he grabbed the shotgun and took it from him. He tried to, feels like he tried to kill him, but maybe the gun malfunctioned or is out of ammo. So
Probably a high point.
but other people then swarmed the guy and got him on the ground. But
Yeah.
I'd have probably used it as a stick and beat him with it.
Yeah. We would have been playing golf.
We like playing, we play devil's advocate. Ain't no telling what I would have done. But
Yeah.
both these places, though, you ready for this? Very restrictive gun laws,
Imagine that.
especially college campus, obviously.
Well, the only reason they're restricted is for the legal people. All the legal citizens, it's restricted for them to have their own weapons.
Right. In Australia, they took the guns. I don't know. What was it? They started this confiscation like 10 years ago and it went over.
Yeah.
And I remember they were turning in weapons and all this.
And they don't have anything to protect themselves now.
Right. You know, they don't have First Amendment rights in Australia.
Yeah.
Their constitution's different from us. But they bought those guns legally. They were shotguns. So I guess you can get a shotgun for hunting, long barrel shotgun.
Yeah, I think you have to belong to a hunting club or something. You have to apply. And
Right. You can't, like me and you could go buy 5 pistols today and just have to fill out the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Over there, it's very restrictive.
Yeah.
They did gun confiscations. But I think it's interesting that, every once in a while we'll have one in a pro-gun area, but it's rare. Most of the time it happens in these restrictive gun places where people can't protect themselves.
Carry in pro-gun areas.
So I talked to my wife about it. I was like, so if you're in a place where they're not allowed to carry a weapon and you get injured or killed, do you have legal ramification for saying, hey, they didn't allow me to protect myself? Can you come back to school?
It's one of those you'd have to look at the totality of the circumstances.
Find a lawyer to jump on board and do it, right?
Yeah.
Because if you can't protect yourself, they don't allow it. I think there's a
failed
problem
to protect you.
Yeah, because people can just open campuses. I'm not opposed to it, but it gets to a point where we're going to have to do some restriction on open campuses. They do it in the schools, the elementary and high schools now.
Right.
But in colleges, we could go to a college now and just walk up and go walk around the building.
Yeah.
We could go to Northeast, the community college up the road here. You could just walk around and check it out.
I walked across campus when I was policing.
Yeah.
You couldn't see my badge. You can clearly see my gun, and I was printing.
We're at it
at Northeast.
Oh yeah,
Not
you did
one
training
person,
over there, right? So, yeah, you did some training over there, right? So,
yeah. Well, I went to school there.
Yeah, that's a pretty. It's not a small campus. It's kind of spread out. So,
but you believe not one person ever questioned me?
No,
nothing.
Right, and
let's face it, I don't look like a cop.
you look like an Irish mobster.
Right. I look like a convict,
Right.
and not one person ever approached me, not the police officers, campus cops.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody asked me anything.
When I taught at Jacksonville, I taught ROTC over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a huge campus, but it's decent, right?
Yeah.
We had the ROTC building, which is a pretty big building there. It's like 4 stories. And I'd be sitting there in the office and you'd have kids wandering around lost in there. I'd be, hey, can we help you find something? They just come in. There's no security at the door. There's no badge swipe, nothing like that. So
same thing over here at this campus.
Mm-hmm. We may have to go to a badging system where you get your student ID and it's how you get in the building,
And I think they should.
Right. I was in the reserve. Our reserve building, you had to swipe your card to get in the building. And this was the reserve. You went into a fence, which had a gate guard. Then you had to swipe to get in the building. It was it'd be hard just to walk in there. Yeah, you'd have to go under the fence or something. And then in the Army, if you see a weirdo, most people's going to say, hey, bro, what are you doing? Kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or the Marines or whatever military installation. But on the campuses, though, they want them to be open and free and all that stuff, which I get it. But with the mental health problem we got going on now, we're going to have to defend ourselves somehow or another. So,
yeah, I think some people you can pretty much pick,
right?
That you got to watch them. Other people, it's not that easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there should be armed teachers,
right,
in the schools.
Okay.
I think they should have armed professors in the schools.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the liberalism that they have this false sense of security.
Yeah,
that nothing will ever happen.
Utopia.
And and you can't tell them it's not a if it's going to happen. It's when it's going to happen.
Right.
So
it's crazy, man. I don't know. Until we come together and come up with a solution, badging, more security, armed teachers, even students, if they're properly trained, could save lives in this situation.
If they went through the right training and stuff.
College age kids, especially. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
not little kids, but
not high schoolers. I wouldn't trust a high schooler with a pistol. So
no.
I don't trust them with like ink pens.
No, I wouldn't trust them with a number 2 pencil and not to chew on it.
Or right on the walls or whatever.
Yeah. But it's at some point, people are going to have to understand, and they don't get it. But the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
Right. Yeah. All right. So we're getting into some murders here today. You read some of these, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, Mackie here with ShadowNet Investigations. I'm the lead investigator, and I'm here to let you know that we conduct premium digital forensics. Whether you're looking to recover deleted data from phones, tablets, computers, you name it, give us a call, and we can help you out in recovering that data. Or if you think you're hacked, we have the tools and expertise to help you figure out who's hacked you and to find out how it happened, whether you need help with any digital forensic situation, recovering deleted data, hacking situations, or any questions you have about digital forensics. Give us a call, 866-910-7499. That's a free consultation at 866-910-7499, or visit us at shadownetdigital.com. Unsolved murder in Alabama. We got 2 of them here. There's plenty of them. We could do this. Yeah. There's plenty of unsolved murders in Alabama. But these 2 are interesting to me because the first one's, I wouldn't say it's high profile, but it's an Army officer, a lieutenant colonel.
For around here, it's high profile.
Yeah. Around that Redstone Arsenal, Redstone Arsenal is kind of like a retirement home for officers.
Yep.
You go there and
that's where you
do
finish
your 3 years,
career.
retire as a colonel, and go on and do great things, right? Most of them just go, they put on civilian clothes and go to work across the street, because it's all contractors and officers over there. Good place, neat place. But this article we're reading is from AL.com. It was updated October 2nd, 2025. But the unsolved shooting death, the murder, happened in 2013.
Right.
This is crazy, man. And his name is Lieutenant Colonel Alonzo McGhee. He was shot and killed January 4th, 2013 in front of his home. McGhee, 44, was found by neighbors outside his home in Owens Crossroads, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds as pronounced dead at the scene. So Owens Crossroads is a nice neighborhood south of Huntsville.
It is.
That's where I'd say you're up. I won't say upper class, but people with money live there.
Yeah.
Very expensive homes there. But he was found there in the driveway dead in his car. Okay. He was shot multiple times to the back windshield of his car as he drove away from his home. Shot in the back.
Right.
He was able to leave the car, but died face down in the street. Okay.
Right.
All right. Did anybody say, hey, I heard gunshot wounds or whatever, or gunshots?
No.
No arrests have been made.
No. They have no clue who did it.
All right. The father of three, McGhee, moved to Huntsville in 2002, serving with the Missile and Space Intelligence Center, one of the product offices, I'm getting that long name, with the U.S. Army Expeditionary Contracting Command. He was over there. So basically what that is, I'll explain it. The Army says, hey, we need this product. And then they go out to the civilian and they get people to bid on it. Right. And they say, here's what we're trying to build. Can you do it? Kind of thing. And that's what they contract.
Their procurement.
Yeah. Contracting command makes sure it falls in line with what the Army's trying to do. It doesn't overrun, which sometimes they fail. Right.
Right.
But anyway, people with information concerning the incident are asked to contact Army CID on Redstone Arsenal. I imagine so. All right. Here's more. I do know this. He was going through a divorce. So he had just won custody with his wife. And he got the home and the kids in the divorce agreement. And she was moving out. He was moving back in. Right. And all this stuff. Now, she was brought in and questioned.
Yeah, but she was cleared.
She must not have been there or something.
Yeah.
To be cleared, right?
Yeah, she was cleared.
She had an alibi. You think she paid somebody?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's interesting to me, this is I wouldn't say upscale, but it's a nice neighborhood in the middle of the day, right?
Right.
And you got multiple shots to a back glass of a car, which I don't care if it's a pistol, shotgun, rifle, whatever. It didn't say. It's loud.
Unless it's a suppressed weapon. There's still an audible pop.
Right.
But it's not like Hollywood where it just goes. Psst.
Yeah. There's still, especially if the bullet's moving supersonic. Yeah. Right. I just think this was crazy. This guy, he appears to be an upstanding dude. Great career in the Army.
Yep.
And gets shot in the back in the middle of a neighborhood, in the middle of the day, or maybe in the middle of the morning, I think. And nobody heard anything. I didn't see anything. It's crazy. What do you think? How would you cover that up?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the wife had something to do with it. She had to.
But she's still walking around now.
Yeah.
Got the kids, whatever. They're probably older now. It's just 2013.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But how do we have a lieutenant colonel get murdered in the middle of a neighborhood and nobody saw nothing?
No.
So it's quiet. We're out in the country here. It's quiet. But if somebody shot out here on the road, we'd notice it.
Oh, yeah. And we'd be going out and looking around going, who fired that?
At? Probably my neighbor shooting squirrels. But anyway.
Right.
But I had to go out. I would look. Oh, it's Hickey. That's dude across the road.
You got to be nosy.
Right. Dude across the road. But I just think this is crazy. The situation where middle of a nice neighborhood like that, dude gets shot in the back, falls out of his car, and everybody's like, oh, there's a dead guy in the road.
He makes it to the driveway.
Right. Trying to crawl back to a phone or whatever.
Yeah. Somebody seen something, somebody heard something, somebody knows something, and they need to bring the wife in and spend some serious time questioning.
Well, she was in custody for a while.
She wasn't in custody long enough.
She didn't have enough pressure on her?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
I think she got somebody to whack him.
Then we got the one out in Talladega. All right. I thought this one was strange too. Let me pull this one up. Stephen Ryan King and his stepfather, John Lowe, were gunned down in front of an Alpine house in Talladega County. This is right outside the city of Talladega. Nearly 10 years later, we still don't know why or who pulled the trigger. So 10 years later, this article was written. It was updated July 16, 2025. So it was in 2015 when this happened.
Right.
Okay. And they were gunned down outside too, right? In front of the house. I'll pull this up on the map, and it's not a remote area either. There are other houses around. You know what I mean? It's not.
Were there other houses around at the time, or was it,
It appears so. It appears to be an older neighborhood. So somebody had been like, who did it? He's shooting out there kind of thing. Look, you lose.
Apparently not.
November 30, 2015 wasn't much out of the ordinary for 30-year-old Ryan King. He went to work at the Honda plant, which most people there work there. It's a gigantic place, yep. Right? His mother told investigators while the two were outside, someone asked for directions. Then she heard the sound of gunfire. So mom was in the house. All right. It sounds like she was either in a trailer on the porch somewhere in between. So this is a trailer park. Heard a conversation pertaining to a guy walking up, asking for directions. I think the next thing was she saw flashes and heard pops like it was fireworks. All right. His father doesn't believe Ryan was the target because no one he knew he'd be at his mother's and stepfather's house that day. So he just dropped in, right?
Right.
Visiting. 8 years later, in 2023, a new witness came forward with a suspect description, but there's been no movement in the case since. So 8 years later, we decided to come talk to the cops. This is crazy. You think this had to do with drugs?
I don't know. Honestly, it could be. It could be maybe a lover's quarrel, lover spat.
Yeah, but who was he shot with? I got lost here.
I think it was a female.
Okay.
Ex-wife, maybe.
His stepfather.
His stepfather.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I got lost in the article there. Sorry. We have blanks because my mind goes blank.
Yeah, so does mine.
I promise you I read this. But anyways, so it was his stepfather out there. I don't know if his stepfather had some bad deals going on and Ryan just was a victim. But here's the question we were talking about. How do you kill two people and get away with it in the modern age?
You keep your mouth shut.
But it's hard though. So I can see if you killed them out in the wilderness somewhere. But I'm talking right in the middle of a trailer park in the middle of a neighborhood.
I get that, but honestly, you know how many people in trailer parks pay attention to what's going on with their neighbors? None. They don't want to. Oh, I don't know nothing.
It's like the previous one though. That was a ritzier neighborhood, and nobody knows nothing.
No.
So we went and looked for witnesses and all classes of people.
Yes, we have.
And everybody's like, I don't want to get involved, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't push it. We just say, we try to plead with their
sense of humanity.
Sense of humanity. Look, man, you could help somebody get out of prison, whatever. Yeah. They don't want nothing to do with it. Now some of the people we're talking to are either illegals or they got some charges of their own, or they're just getting out of jail. And they're like, man, I don't want to deal with that crap anymore.
Yeah. But we've also told them, look, I don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do whatever. I don't care. I didn't hear anything. What I'm here is to ask about this.
Right. Now, they always say, hey, I don't want my name brought up. And I'm always like, hey, if this goes to court, your name is going to be brought up.
Right.
We don't have a John Doe or Jane Doe type thing.
I just say I'll list it as CI and we'll go from there. But
PIs we have to show our work kind of thing.
Right.
And it makes life easier if we do, because we don't have attorney-client privilege.
No.
They can force us to show our notes, reports, whatever. And if we had that on there, CI, the judge can be like, who's this?
Yep.
And he'd be like, I don't remember. Really? Okay, dummy. You know what I mean? But you have to show your work. But I just think it's crazy. In broad daylight, 2 people got killed. A lieutenant colonel got killed, and nobody saw a thing.
A lot of people don't want to get involved, though.
Right.
Because they're worried it's going to fall back on them, and then they'll be the next ones in the news,
So where's the sense of humanity?
I don't know.
You don't think we have it?
No, I think we have it. I just think people tend to stay away from getting involved in some things.
So
whether
if my neighbor
have little kids at the house and they don't want anybody hurting their kids, or I mean, I was brought up, you don't snitch.
Yeah, I don't snitch on people I'm friends with and those kind of things. If it's just some dude that came up and shot people in the neighborhood where my kids are living,
oh no,
I'm snitching, man.
No, if my daughter did something like that, I'd be the first one to rat her out.
Now I'm talking about, so say right here, somebody came around and started shooting up and I noticed who it was. I'm telling. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm snitching.
No, I wouldn't dry snitch anybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me to turn around and go, oh, this guy, this girl, you have to be doing something really stupid.
Like if I know of my neighbors here, somebody went over and shot my neighbor and I heard the gunshots, I'd be all over that. I'd be like, what's going on? Go over there and help out. And I'd tell them, I saw the car drive away. Here's what I saw, type thing. That appears on these, though, they got nothing. Nothing.
It could be a number of things.
Right.
Like I said, some people are just brought up, you don't snitch no matter what.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see what people say out there in the World Wide Web. Do we still call it that?
Yeah. I guess we could. I want to know who would snitch.
Who would snitch?
Yes.
I guess I'm a snitcher. Now, if I was in a survival situation, I wouldn't snitch. Like prison or something.
Depends on what it is.
Okay. All right. Depends on what you get, right?
Yeah. Depends on what it is and what kind of deal they're offering.
How many honey buns you get. So
yeah.
All right.
I have Cokes too.
Oh, yeah. I'd be fat in there, boy. As I've mentioned before, most people in prison aren't that smart.
So they're not. So you don't have to be smart or criminal.
But you can. So if you got a little bit of brains about you, you could get things in there. So.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, we're going to get off here, and we'll be back soon with another episode of the Hidden Threads podcast, Juice.
Mm-hmm.
Say bye.
Bye, Juice.
There we go.